If you're here right now on this video, then I believe you're feeling how I would have been feeling around 2 weeks ago. I just reached 30 years of age and I was panicking. My anxiety was sky high. I didn't know where I wanted to be in life. I didn't know where I was in life, and I didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know what my drive was. And I thought that my drive was getting up and going to work and hustling and grinding and doing everything to get that ideal life that a lot of social media gurus and influencers out there try to portray as being the perfect life. I think in this day and age it's very easy to get pulled into that. It's very easy to be shown the ideology of what life should be and where you are, and comparing the two, which ultimately doesn't help. It can lead you to start chasing things that you genuinely don't want to do or you don't enjoy, and you're just doing it for the social status or because somebody online told you that's how life should be. The reality is, life should be how you want it to be. It shouldn't be how someone online tells you to do it. It shouldn't be how a social media influencer tells you to do, with the fast cars and the huge mansions and the private jets and all those things that come along with it. That isn't to say that people won't have that ambition, because for some people that could be their drive. But for me personally, it's knowing how you get there. If from a young age you've always aspired to get to that part of life through the means of, let's say, owning a business and doing legitimate climbing, then that's fair enough. But if you felt somewhat lost and you've absorbed a lot of your time into social media and almost been pulled in through the promise of fast cars, fast life, vast wealth and pure happiness from only just doing that, then I believe there's a huge disconnect there. I'm trying to treat life like seasons. I feel like I'm in my third season now. I've just hit 30 and I'm reflecting on season 2 of my life. And that season for me was troublesome, but very much a learning curve. I realised that I should be putting my health and my time above everything else. And that's only because when you have time and you have health, if you don't have your health, you don't have the time. And if you don't put in the good time, you won't have that good health. And it works in equal measure however you balance those scales. Now, this isn't me saying pack your things, uplift and go somewhere far away from your hometown, completely leave your friends, family and job behind and start afresh. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is pause for a second and take the time to really look into what you're doing in life and where you're going and where you want to go. Because if you don't know any of those things and you can't answer those questions honestly, then you genuinely have no idea what you're doing. As hard as that is to hear, you need to answer those basic principle questions of your life. For me, I ignored those questions and I thought they were something completely different. But 2 days before my 30th birthday, I realised very quickly that I was chasing something I didn't really want as such, but it was more the journey on how I got there. I realised I was chasing something that my 10 years prior self wanted, and I'd already reached that, and I kept going forward and forward and forward and forward until one day I woke up and realised I'm just chasing the same goal but higher and higher and higher. So it was driving me a bit stir crazy because I gave up the things I enjoyed. I stopped adventuring, I stopped working on my health, and in turn it had an effect on those things, and I had less time with those I love, with my family, with the little things in life overall. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you've clicked on this video now, I guess you were somewhat unsure, and I'm hoping this has kind of resonated a little bit with you. And please do that simple exercise right now. Write out those 3 questions. Where am I in life? What do I want to do out of life? And what gets you out of bed in the morning? They would be my 3 questions I would ask myself. And if I can answer those honestly, you're onto a good start. And from that point, take charge of your life. Take control, shape it how you want it, and do it in a way that you know you're passionate for. Not for what someone online says, but for what you want. So what are you waiting for? Start your life, start your journey, and start living honestly.